Hi. So this is part 2. I had a bunch of people calling. So it's New Year's now officially. Happy New Year. This is the Mystic Kitten. And as I said in part 1, life got crazy. Got a dog. And so though my tarot card readings haven't been plentiful, my buying still has. So we're going to go pick it right up where we left off. So my friend Brandy for my birthday bought me the Journey into the Hidden Realm tarot deck. So there's the book. The book is massive. It's very big. And I'm finding this deck slightly harder to connect to. And the reason for that is it's just the messaging behind it is slightly different for each of the tarot. It's almost more, I don't know, I don't want to say it's blunt. So one of my favorite decks that I've used many times is the Wildwood Tarot. So the Wildwood Tarot has very different meanings. It's still a tarot deck. It's still, in all facets, it's still a tarot deck. However, with that tarot deck, some of the cards depict different types of pictures and they give you a different sense, and I can intuitively read those, and I have since the moment I opened the deck and I started shuffling them and reading with them. There was something that I connected to on an intuitive level very quickly. And when I received this deck, I seen the imagery and I had hoped that the same thing was going to happen, and it didn't. So I do need to do a little bit more reading. Once the dog decides to calm down, and I can, I need to read that book from cover to cover, and I need to truly sit down and connect with this deck. I do not want to use it before that because I feel like it would be a very wrong injustice to the deck and to the people that I read for, whether it be on YouTube or my private readings. But the imagery is absolutely stunning. So that is the World card. 10 of Pentacles. The 6 of Wands. Isn't she absolutely just stunning? The Hanged Man. So they're very beautiful, and they're soft, and they're ethereal, and I love them. I'm not there with this deck yet, and hopefully that'll come very soon. But for right now, I'm just, I'm giving that deck a little bit of time. So, keeping in the birthday theme, around my birthday, I bought myself the Flowers of the Night Oracle deck, and it's beautiful. It's a little big. I have these little tiny hands, and so shuffling them this way is a little hard for me. So I do like to shuffle them this way. They shuffle nice. They slide really nice. But the imagery on these are so simplistic that there's a stunningness in how soft and how simplistic they are. So Evening Star is intimacy. Compassion, Port Wine, Magnolia. The Spiny Star, Influence. They're just gorgeous. And so I will be incorporating these a little bit more. I've taken a quick glance at the book. I haven't really studied the book too much, so I don't have a great knowledge. Sometimes I have used them in my private readings, and I do have to pull out the book. It's just such a, it's beautiful. And each of the cards come with an affirmation. So the Queen of the Night is a power. It represents power, so I don't know how well you can see that in the book. The book is black and white. I do prefer a colored book, but really at the end of the day, it has the words. I read the words. It doesn't really matter. The affirmation for this is, my power is strong and true. And so I do love this deck a lot, and I will try to use it more for YouTube. but I do use it a ton in my private readings. So the other one that I bought around my birthday-ish, I seen this and I had to have it. Absolutely had to have it. Gabriel, Enchanted Oracle, text by Barbara Moore. So there's the box. I had to have it. The pictures on the back is what drew me in. Just the idea of them. And then I bought the deck and I hated it. That's not true. I don't hate it. I have a really hard time when things feel off. So energetically, this deck has never really felt in tune. And so that's partly my fault. I've cleaned it once, but I really haven't done too much with it, too much work with it, because it gives me kind of a not great feeling. The book is beautiful. It's well written. It's big. The lettering is nice and big, so it's not super hard to read. Here's what kind of screwed me over. So I don't like things that are out of the realm of normal. Okay? And when you buy a deck of cards, and I think this one, does this one even say on it? 36 cards. I got extra cards. And a lot of extra cards. And that kind of threw me off. I got Bewitching twice. I got Mystic Mermaid twice. I got Intertwined twice. I got the Maiden Moon twice. And like they were already trashed a little bit and it was all sealed. So it's not like somebody else had purchased them and then also just didn't enjoy them. It was sealed. Everything was sealed and the cards were pre-trashed, which feels not great. So Autumn Splendor, Autumn Splendor, beautiful cards. The imagery is very pretty, but yeah, like trashed, right? The side is already all fucked up. Silver Moon Fairy, White Magic, and the Dragon Witch. Now, I have looked in the book and I've tried to, you know, is this the universe telling me that these were the messages specifically for me? Or, and I've taken from it what I could. It just didn't sit right. Trashed cards. Brand new. Is the price on here? $27.99 US. So I probably paid about 34 bucks Canadian. Trash cards. Just saying. So I haven't really come back to this deck yet. I'm going to try cleaning them and reading the book in the new year now and see if I can gather the gusto to let go of my ill feelings towards it. For Christmas, my darling children bought me this one. I've been wanting this deck for a long time. I find it sells out very quickly. Anywhere I've tried to find it, I've found that it sells out way quicker than necessary because I couldn't get my hands on it. It's beautiful. It's simplistic. It's all drawn in line work and colored in with watercolor. Sorry, it's late. It's very late. And I've been trying to make these videos for hours. And YouTube hates me today. I don't know why. All right. So the book is gorgeous. It's also huge, huge, full color. No, not full color. Lying. But still, the pictures are big. You get a whole page size picture of each card and then a very good description. Now, here's what I will say. This deck is not designed for a new reader. You could learn it, but I feel like if you are a new reader, you may struggle with this deck as I'm struggling with this fairy deck. Reason being is it's just a little different, right? It doesn't follow some of the same rules as a traditional tarot deck. Not that that's a bad thing at all. And if you wanted to start learning tarot on a non-traditional path and you were going to go a more maybe whimsical path, this might actually be a good starter deck for you. You know, start at the top. Start where it hurts. Might be better. But instead of having the King of Pentacles, for instance, they have the Father of Pentacles. The Father of Pentacles is a steady, gentle man. Upon first meeting, he can almost seem dull because of his extremely calm temperament. But underneath is an incredibly passionate man who prioritizes the stability of his job, family, and home. He is an entrepreneurial and diligent at work, a true pleasure. I'm tired. Pleasure to know. So this deck depicts all of your court cards as like specific people in your life or people that are coming towards you. So you just kind of have to warp that thought process ever so slightly, and then these cards make a lot more sense. I really love this deck. I really love this deck, and I'm going to use it so much. So, because I'm going to read again, because the dog is going to settle the fuck down and let that shit happen, right? Like, right? Anyways, so then I got some Christmas money because apparently I'm not easy to shop for. So I bought myself Seasons of the Witch, and it's a Shamaine. What the fuck? It's a oracle deck that focuses on the powers that we can pull from the most powerful period of the year as a Wiccan pagan, somebody who follows witchcraft or uses things like tarot cards, runes, anything like that. The veil's at its thinnest, so we have a better kind of link to our spirit guides, or however you call them, our deities, whatever. So this is in full color, FYI. Beautiful little book. Very detailed little book. It does have upright and reverse. Not all decks, especially Oracle, do the reverse. I don't love the reverse. I don't love it. I like straightforward to the point. So I like to I prefer to read upright. However, at the beginning of, there are certain decks that I will read only upright, and there are certain decks that I will only read as they come. But 90% of my decks, before I come on to Facebook or even my Facebook lives, anything, I will turn all the cards upright first. If something falls onto the table and it's in the reverse when I turn it over, it is what it is, and I read it as it falls. But my intention is for them all to be upright. With this deck, you don't have to do that because there is a reverse. These are brand new, and they still shuffle so beautifully. The book is there, and I will be doing some reading in the book. I've already started. I've got a couple pages that I've got pieces of paper in because they intrigued me. This deck comes with so many spreads. I cannot wait to dig into those spreads that comes with the deck itself. This is a little darker. It's Halloween, so it's a little darker. So we've got the Banshee. Heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within. So that's the Banshee. I'll read you one more because I just love them. Altar, a sacred devotion, a worship skin deep rising from the ashes, the waters you keep. I absolutely love them. I cannot wait to start working with them on a more regular basis. With Christmas and New Year's and everything, I haven't done very many personal readings. I kind of pushed them to next week. But there were a few that, there's always the few exceptions to every rule. And if somebody really needs one right away, and, you know, I do have, in my price list, I do have emergency readings. So when those come through, they are what they are. So the last little set of cards that I'm going to go through, and I'll make it quick because I'm already at 15 minutes and 20 seconds. So I want to make it faster, is my love cards. So I've desperately been wanting to do love readings, strictly love readings with strictly love cards. So where it all started was with these cards. I wanted to love them. I wanted to, and I tried to, and I do love them. But they're the love oracle cards. I do love them. Here's what I love about them. I love the imagery. The imagery. Oh, this one's one of my like absolute favorites. Like this is what I hate. I hate the shape. I hate the shape. I thought, oh, it's so cute. They're hearts and it's love oracle and I'm gonna love it so much. And I hate it. I hate shuffling them. And what I hate even more than shuffling them is trying to sort this shit out when it's time to clean up my space. They're terrible. Shaped cards suck, but I use them because I still love them. So this one is romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Look at how beautiful that is. And that's why I have to use them. I have to use them because they're beautiful and they're stunning and they're so sweet. But I hate shuffling them. I hate it. And I hate cleaning them up. Cleaning them up is the worst. It's the worst. And they get all fucked up. So I bought those and then I thought, well, I need more. So then I bought these. Love Your Inner Goddess. Because love, right? Duh. And Universal Love. Healing oracle cards. Right? Right? These will make fantastic cards to go in a love reading, won't they? No, they suck. I use them when I'm doing private readings because I love the idea of ending a private reading with some really great messages on how to better how we treat ourselves, because we all treat ourselves like junk. And so it's really nice to be able to give these types of words to people at the end of sometimes a really harsh reading, because I'm an asshole and I can't sugarcoat it. I can't, because I feel like if what I'm picking up was supposed to be sugarcoated, then instead of it being a 3 of Wands, it'd be like the Hermit, where you need to sit back and contemplate and reflect. But if it's the 3 of Hearts, or the 3 of Swords, pardon me, it's telling you, dude, this is going to hurt. It's going to suck. Right? So I'm telling you, dude, this shit's going to hurt. So then, after this fail, I bought these. So I bought the Romantic Tarot. These are okay. They're okay. But it's switching my brain from like traditional tarot to romantic tarot that I'm having the trouble with. Because you do read cards very differently, which is why I was hoping for oracle cards. Because oracle cards, my brain sees them as individual decks. That's why I have so many oracle decks, is because it's very easy for my brain to go, okay, this is an oracle deck. I'm not going to read this as a tarot because it's not a tarot. It's an oracle. These are tarot cards. So the imagery is very like Victorian. It's very old-fashioned. Some of them are, you know, I didn't buy, there's a really raunchy set that I wanted really bad. I didn't get those. I have kids in the house and I didn't want tiny eyes to see things that I'd have to explain. So I didn't buy those, but I will buy those as soon as my smaller children are a little older. And I won't have to explain because, you know, the internet. So the second deck that I bought for my love circle over here was the Volt. Tarot Volt. Is that what it is? I could be saying it wrong. I don't even know. It's Victorian also. These ones are Gothic though, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So the Lovers is by far my favorite in the whole deck. And there it is there. Here's the problem with these fuckers. These fuckers don't have traditional sets. Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun for this brain who's like, no, everything has to be normal. Everything has to be right. And then I go ahead and I get this stupid, beautiful deck that I'm just dying to use. And now I can't even find the English fucking part in the thing. Do you see how frustrating these things are? Yeah. I'm like, this is going to be great. And then it sucks because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new decks that I can't use yet. Why? Because I got to read, and I got a dog, and I got kids, and I got to work, and I got a boyfriend, and I got a life, and it's too much. Why did I buy them all? Because I have to have them. I had to have them. I'll be able to read them. Nay. Can't read them. Espanol. I got to tell you about these suits, and then I'll get off and leave you alone for tonight. But tomorrow I'll be back, and I'll be doing readings. And I'm hoping to get readings out more frequently. Now that I've upgraded my phone, I don't actually need to bring out all the camera and like the lighting and the camera and all of that crap. I can just do a quick 5 or 10 minute video on my phone and upload it really quick and then be on my way. So for the bigger ones, like the series and stuff, I'll probably still bust out all the equipment. But for these quick little ones, not that this one's quick, but for the quicker ones, I'll just upload them on my phone. So it's nice and easy and it's fast. And that way I can connect with you guys. And there will be so much more talking and so much more just hanging out because this has been a blast. And I hope that you've enjoyed it. I found it. So, cups, swords, wands. Cups, swords, and pentacles. Not a thing. Instead of swords, we have roses. Instead of wands, we have butterflies. Instead of cups, we have masks. And instead of pentacles, we have crosses. Now let me tell you, when you're using a new deck, it's hard enough to figure out what the fuck that card's saying to you. And you've got what the card's supposed to be saying to you and what your brain is telling you that it goes along with the rest of the story that's laid out in front of you. And then I've got about 1,000,000 different things coming into me, whether it's images, whispers, feelings. So I'm trying to cipher out what's going on. And I don't even have a clear picture because I don't have my cups and my wands and my pentacles and my swords. So this deck, though I want to use it right now, it's probably going to be summer before I can actually pick it up and fluently speak its language. So until I can be fluent in a deck, I refuse to use it. I just don't like to. So with that being said, I think I'm going to clean up my space and I'm going to get out a real quick collective and then I'm going to bed because I'm tired. But I really miss you guys, and I hope 2021 is absolutely spectacular. Thank you to all my subscribers that have joined me this year. If you've happened upon this and you're intrigued, maybe check out some from the past and sit tight for the ones for the future. Give us a like, a subscribe, follow us, do all the things. All the things. And I will see you shortly. Until we meet again, blessed be. Happy New Year.